Now that we know how to write a letter in the correct format, we're going to go on to our next section, looking about writing to persuade. So, there are a number of language techniques we can use to improve our writing for persuasion. The mnemonic here, Daforest, is one you may be familiar with already. There are different variations, so I've picked out the ones which will be most useful for our writing today. So first we have D, which stands for direct address, A for alliteration, F for facts, O for opinions, R for repetition, E for exaggeration, S for statistics, and T for triplets. As I said, some of you may have seen these in slightly different a different format. I'm going to go ahead and give you some examples of these, and we can see how we can include them in our own writing. So, direct address. You are the key to this entire company succeeding. So the key thing here is the you. You are directly addressing the reader. So this can have a powerful impact when you're writing a letter to someone, for instance, to get their attention. Alliteration. So he is a competent and charismatic car salesman. So alliteration is also used a lot in descriptive writing, but when you're writing to persuade, it doesn't harm your chances to make your writing pop and stand out. So using alliteration can make it read in a slightly more pleasing way to the reader. So F for facts. So apple juice is the #1 selling drink in the UK. Probably not true, but using facts, even if they're not maybe 100% accurate to your knowledge in your exam, just the fact that you're using those facts can back up your argument and make it more persuasive. Opinions. So this can be an opinion on anything that someone has. So our example, I think Oxford is a fantastic city to work in. So again, if you use them in conjunction with facts, it can aid to give that persuasive element to your writing. Repetition. I've pushed myself again and again and again. Like with alliteration, it gives an emphasis to this part of your writing. So using repetition can be very a useful technique. E, exaggeration. I am the most important person in the whole company. Again, it brings emphasis to your writing. This is something you need to be careful with using because you don't want to over exaggerate, but sometimes giving that emphasis to a certain part of your writing can enable it to be more persuasive. S, statistics. I had a 95% attendance record in my last job. This is similar to facts, but you are giving more concrete evidence for your claim. Again, in the exam, you may not have the chance to look the statistics up, but the fact that you are including that technique will help with your persuasive writing. Triplets, or rule of 3, some people call it. So I gave blood, sweat, and tears for my previous job. As you can see there, blood, sweat, and tears. It's these 3 words that together, when they're used in short succession, are going to help give your writing even more of an impact and help it to be more persuasive. So we've looked at some of the techniques here. There are a couple of activities just below that you should fill out now to make sure that you retain the information from this, and then click on to the next page.